So if you're one of the lucky few who have managed to get a Facebook page back from the dreaded limited originality of content violation, then this video will certainly be of use to you. And when I say get a Facebook page back, what I mean is that you've somehow got rid of that dreaded red flag on your page that stops you from inserting in-stream ads into all of your videos. You know, the one that matters, the one that allows you to earn, the one that allows you to download free YouTube content and upload and make money from someone else's. Whoa, evil Paul, get away with that. The audience already know that you can't do that, so stop trying to sway them into the land of copyright infringement and limited originality. We all know where it leads. But, no buts thank you, it's wrong and you know it is. Or is it? Well, that's what I want to talk about in this video, because despite the perception of how Facebook works with regards to limited originality of content, it is possible to use content that isn't necessarily your own. I told you, nice Paul, I knew you could rip off content and pass it off as your own. No, evil Paul, shut up for just a second and listen, as this is really important. I'm not suggesting that you go off and start queuing up bulk loads of content and downloading it from your favourite video platforms and plastering them all over Facebook. This will undoubtedly cause the wrong attention and probably land you in a little, or in most cases, a lot of trouble. However, there are cases when using content that someone else has produced is acceptable. But there are two things we need to consider here. The first is copyright infringement, and the second is limited originality of content. Now, I'll cover these in more detail in another video and the differences between them, but the copyright law is something not to be trifled with. Oh, did he say trifle? I love jelly and custard. What I mean is that this stuff has the potential to land you with big fines and lawsuits. No, not the trifle, the copyright thing. Come on! Basically, if you don't own a piece of content or have the express written permission of the artist or current owner to use that video for the purposes that you intend, then you theoretically can't use it. It still hasn't stopped people, as everyone simply hopes that Facebook will protect them when they upload videos. But not always. And if the big dogs do come knocking for their compensation, you are truly screwed. So what we do know is that we need permission to use these videos safely when they're not our own. And if you've got that, then you're all good. Now, it's not always easy to get permission for content, and depending on what it is, you might not be able to get it at all. But I would suggest being careful here, because if you get it wrong, you can say goodbye to your house or any other asset you own, as you'll be liquidating that just to pay off the bill you've just racked up. Now, there are some useful places where you can purchase or lease videos for use on your Facebook page. Think of places like Viral Hog and Juking Media, both of which have rafts of videos ready for license and commercialization. All you need to do is contact them and arrange payment for the videos you need. It's not always cheap, but at least you know you'll be safe from the lawmakers. Now, what if someone says you can share their video from their Facebook page? You know, on a revenue share basis. Well, this is fine, but you have to bear in mind that you don't know much about this channel and how they've acquired that video, and whether they've even got the legal permission to use it. And if they do happen to get slapped with a lawsuit and you followed suit, then you can almost bet that you're going to get hit as well. But if you're willing to risk it, which to be honest most Facebook video users are, those of you using fake accounts anyway, you might be able to get away with it. Good luck if that's you, but I'm a bit of a better safe than sorry kind of guy. Can't stop thinking about Custard and that trifle from earlier. So custardy and wobbly, like my tummy. Now let's talk about limited originality, because I know you love it when we talk about it. I wonder how many of the viewers have it tattooed on their inner thigh. Now, this isn't a law-breaking thing at all. This is just Facebook trying to toe the line in some way and stop you from putting ready-made content and non-value ad stuff on their platform. So when your page is flagged with limited originality, it isn't because of copyright. It is simply because they feel like your content is either not original enough, or because, as we know, their platform is a little bit crap at working out genuine versus non-genuine content, and it could just be a system error. Sorry people, that's just the truth of it. It's potluck, really. It's like putting your hand into a jar of hungry piranhas and hoping you'll have some digits left when you pull out your fingerless stump. Now, at this point, I'd appreciate it if you'd smash the like button, as it goes a long way to help share these important, or in some cases silly, messages to the rest of humanity. We will beat Facebook together. Now, we know that the content that we need to post has to be original. We also need to know, therefore, that we're going to have to modify it in some way, change it up a bit, make it sing, and most importantly, provide more value than the original source video. It needs to be a different proposition, otherwise it's always going to be at risk of being flagged by Facebook's limited originality of content violation policy. Now, here is what Facebook defines as acceptable when it comes to content. which is licensed from another source, i.e. you have permission from the owner. Now, don't laugh already, but this is what it says in their help, word for word. Pages that source or license footage in their videos can still receive distribution and monetization on Facebook if they meaningfully enhance and add value to their content. Note that pages must add value from within the video itself to the content that they post. Examples of meaningful enhancements include a persona appears throughout and adds new information, such as appearing in the video, to overlay or add commentary. Text or voice narration appears throughout and adds new information, such as a sports page, adding details about a player's performance to a clip. Consistent editing is used throughout and adds new information, such as a compilation of clips around a person to tell their life story, or a top 10 list of a product category with pricing or performance details added. Why am I reading from an invisible blank sheet of paper? So let me break that down for you. You license or get agreement to use someone else's video. Check. You add in some commentary. Check. You possibly appear in the video or do a reaction or interview or present something. Check. You add new information not available in the original video. Check. You use consistent editing in the video throughout and regularly. Check. And that's because this is their definition. It's their platform and it's their rules. Funnily though, and it's always funny with Facebook because they're so annoying and inconsistent at applying the rules, but funnily though, you can still get flagged for limited originality. Why? No one knows. It's a mystery. It's a mystery of a machine. And this is what annoys people the most. Inconsistency of application of rule for everyone. But if we are armed with this information, then we can make best efforts to avoid getting flagged in the first place. Pages which have been flagged before are probably more susceptible to being checked anyway, and possibly being flagged again, so hopefully you don't have to go through this. Honestly, when you lose a page to this particular Facebook illness, let's call it, when you lose that page, it feels like a part of your soul has died because, you know, that passive income that you used to make has just stopped, point blank, and you don't know if it's coming back, and even when it's coming back, you just have no idea. So what is the takeaway from all of this? Well, firstly, I would say don't spend too much time thinking about copyright when it comes to Facebook. You need to consider it for sure, because you want to be better safe than sorry, right? But you can also find videos which are free to use commercially as per the owner. Provided that you won't get a copyright lawsuit posted through your letterbox, then really you should be good to go with those videos and use them on your Facebook page. Obviously, once you'll get your videos, you'll need to do some editing. And as we talked about before, commentary, strong editing, extra information, and extra value are all things that you need to get involved with here. And this really is the only way that we're going to have a chance at keeping our peace from the dreaded Facebook violation. Is it worth it? Well, in my opinion, it is, but only if you enjoy doing it. Remember, creating videos is now going to take a lot longer than it did back in the golden era of 2018, when we all fleeced Facebook's platform for some serious gain. And we all did it, so don't pretend you didn't. We all love a freebie. So I'm still waiting to hear more about what annoys you about Facebook and their dreaded platform. So let me know down below in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed already, I suggest you do so, and then you won't miss any useful Facebook videos or any other content that I put out here in the future. Other than that, here is a video that I think it would be worth watching next, as it's definitely a precursor to this video and will certainly help you with more of your Facebook questions around limited originality. But until next time, thanks for watching, have a fantastic day doing whatever you love doing the most, and I'll talk to you again real soon for some more Facebook insights.